Hi, ladies. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, hair brushed, blouse smoothed, lipstick just the right shade, and still felt like something was missing? You're not tired. You're not sad. And yet, the woman staring back at you feels a little less than fully present, like the volume's been turned down on your own reflection. I know that feeling, because I've been there too. And what I've come to learn, what no one really teaches us, is that sometimes it's not our skin or our smile that's changed. It's the color we've placed right next to it. See, gray hair is not a flaw. It's not a surrender. It's a softening, a quiet badge of wisdom that glows in the right light. But when we keep wearing the colors we've trusted for decades, without adjusting for the grace we've stepped into, those very colors can start to work against us, not on purpose, not harshly, but slowly, subtly. They drain the glow instead of reflecting it. And the truth is, most of us were never taught how to dress for silver. We were taught how to cover, how to conceal, how to flatter by someone else's standards. But after 60, it's not about flattery. It's about harmony, about choosing colors that lift your eyes, soften your lines, and make your spirit feel visible again. Not as who you were, but as the woman you are now. So today, I want to walk with you, gently and without judgment, through 3 common color mistakes that can dim the natural beauty of gray or white hair, and even more importantly, the beautiful soul-aligned tones that can bring your whole face back to life. This isn't about chasing trends. It's not about hiding age. It's about choosing with intention, about letting your reflection feel like a warm hello again. Let's begin. Color number 1, jet black. From elegant to exhausted. We've been told it all our lives. Black is timeless. Black is elegant. Black makes you look slimmer, more polished, more refined. And for years, it did. That little black dress you wore to weddings and concerts? The black blazer that made you feel like you could walk into any room and command it. The black slacks that fit just right and made getting dressed feel effortless. Black was safety. Black was strength. Black was style. But then something subtle started to change. Maybe you didn't notice it at first. Maybe it showed up in a photo. You, sitting at brunch with your friends, hair done, makeup on, wearing your favorite black sweater, but somehow looking a little more tired than you felt, a little more drawn, a little less seen. You might have thought it was the lighting, or a bad angle, or just a rough day. But then it happened again, and again. And one day, standing in front of the mirror, you asked yourself quietly, "Why do I look so tired? I'm not even tired." The answer, my friend, isn't in your eyes, or your skin, or your spirit. It's in the contrast. As we age, our natural contrast deepens. Our hair grays or silvers. Our brows lighten. Our skin softens. The features that once stood in bold definition now flow more gently. There is grace in this, but black doesn't see grace. Black sees edges. Black sees shadows. Jet black, in particular, has a way of amplifying every line, every hollow, every delicate part of our maturing face. It creates strong contrast where there no longer is any. Instead of illuminating, it outlines. Instead of softening, it sharpens. It draws the eye to under-eye circles, nasolabial folds, ovals, places you may not even think about until black brings them into high relief. Black doesn't flatter, it demands. One woman shared with me, "I wore my favorite black turtleneck to my granddaughter's piano recital. I felt fine, proud, happy, excited, but when I saw the pictures later, I didn't recognize myself. I looked cold, closed off, and 3 different people asked if I was feeling okay. She wasn't sick. She hadn't slept badly. She just wore a color that no longer reflected who she had become. So what's the fix? Do we give up on black entirely? No. We just stop letting it lead. Instead of jet black, try its gentler cousins: deep navy, soft charcoal, espresso brown, even aubergine. These shades still feel sophisticated and grounded, but they return something to your face that black often takes away: light. Navy brings richness without rigidity. Espresso adds warmth and strength. Charcoal offers elegance with ease. Aubergine, a deep, velvety plum, wraps your complexion in dignity and depth without the harshness. And if black is still your go-to, your wardrobe staple, you're not alone. You don't have to toss it out. You just need to reposition it. Keep black below the waist, a sleek pair of trousers, a flattering skirt, a great pair of shoes. Up top, near your face, where the light lives, choose colors that lift, not sink. Pair that black skirt with a cream blouse. Add a scarf in dusty rose, soft coral, or warm ivory. Wear jewelry in brushed gold, pearl, or even rose quartz. Pieces that catch the light and reflect it back onto your face. Layer with intention. Let color be your spotlight, not your shadow. Another woman told me, I switched from my usual black sweater to one in muted plum. Same jeans, same earrings, same lipstick. I walked into church, and the first thing someone said was, "Did you get a facial? You look so refreshed." She hadn't. She just traded starkness for softness, contrast for connection, darkness for light. Because that's what this is about. It's not just clothes. It's not just color. It's identity. The version of black that once fit who you were might not fit who you are now. That doesn't mean you've lost something. It means you've evolved. And your wardrobe, your palette, should evolve with you. You deserve to wear colors that meet your face with compassion, that honor the journey written in every line, every freckle, every smile. Black doesn't get to be the only story, not anymore. Let it play a supporting role, not the spotlight. You've earned that light. You still carry it. All we need to do is let it rise again, shade by shade. But here's the part no one tells you. The fix is easy. It doesn't mean giving up neutrals. It doesn't mean dressing louder or younger or changing everything. It just means making a simple shift, from cool to warm, from gray to gold. Trade that ash beige for champagne, soft, effervescent, just enough warmth to light you from underneath. Try warm oatmeal, a humble, grounding neutral with just enough yellow to restore vitality to the skin. Or golden sand, which feels like summer in fabric form. Sunlit, gentle but alive. Camel, honey, even soft taupe with a yellow undertone. These are still neutrals, still elegant, but now they give you something back. And don't underestimate the details. A blouse in golden beige with bronze earrings? It changes everything. A champagne cardigan with a blush-toned lipstick? Suddenly, your skin looks smoother, your eyes brighter. Nothing drastic, nothing dramatic, just better. More you. It's also about pairing. The right earrings, the right scarf, the right glow on your lips. Beige is not just a color, it's a frame. And as with any frame, the wrong one can take focus away from the picture it surrounds. There's a softness in aging that deserves light. And if your clothes, especially your neutrals, aren't offering it, then maybe it's time to ask whether they're still reflecting who you've become. Because this stage of life doesn't ask you to fade. It asks you to refine, to glow quietly, to soften with dignity, and to shine with choice. So if you've worn that same cool beige blouse for years and wondered why your reflection feels less vibrant, it's not you. It's the undertone. If you've ever looked at a group photo and thought, why do I look like I'm blending into the wallpaper? It's not your smile. It's your sweater. And if you've ever felt like your clothes don't bring you to life the way they used to, even though you're more confident than ever, the problem isn't your age, it's your palette. Here's the truth. You haven't lost color. Your old colors just lost their way. And your job now isn't to chase trends or reinvent yourself. It's to gently update the things around you. The same way you update your skincare, your routines, your priorities. Color is energy. It speaks before you do. It walks into a room a full second before your voice, and it tells people something about how you feel, how you care for yourself, how present you are in your own life. You deserve colors that tell the truth about you, about your warmth, your wisdom, your beauty that didn't fade. It just evolved. So next time you reach for that beige sweater, take one moment. Hold it near your face by a sunny window. Look at your skin, your eyes, your jawline. Then hold up a golden beige, or an ivory, or even a warm cream. And see which one makes you look like you've just come back from a walk, or a good laugh, or a really restful night's sleep. That's the one to wear. Because you haven't faded, you've ripened, you've refined, and your colors should know that by now. Color number 2, cool beige, the fading neutral. Beige, the word alone feels calm, safe, familiar. It's the color of Sunday mornings and soft throws, of trousers that go with everything, and cardigans you've trusted for years. And for a long time, beige felt like the grown-up choice. Quiet, but polished, effortless, but respectable. But here's something no one ever really told us as we got older. Beige can stop serving us, especially the wrong kind, especially the ones that lean cool, ashy, or gray. You know the ones. They sit in your closet on hangers that haven't moved in months, but they're still the pieces you reach for when you want to play it safe. You slip them on thinking they'll let your natural beauty do the talking. But instead, you look in the mirror, and your face looks tired. Washed out. Almost like you're recovering from a long night, or coming down with something, even when you feel fine. The truth is, cool beige doesn't just sit quietly on the body, it steals something from the face. It blends too closely with the natural tones in aging skin, the ones that soften as melanin fades, as warmth gently steps aside. And when your hair turns silver or white, or even a soft gray, suddenly the low contrast of cool beige doesn't neutralize, it erases. It erases the contours of your jawline, the brightness in your eyes, the warmth in your cheeks. And under indoor lighting, especially the kind we all live under most days, it flattens everything. You don't look older. You look muted, like a version of yourself with the volume turned down. I remember a woman named Evelyn, tall, elegant, 74, with one of those postures that made people sit up straighter around her. She'd worn the same ash beige wrap sweater for years. It was her elevated casual, her airplane sweater, her show up and look composed piece. But one day, after a luncheon, her daughter showed her a photo taken under overhead lighting. Evelyn looked at it and said quietly, "That's not me." She wasn't upset, just surprised. The woman in the photo looked dim, and Evelyn was not dim. That's the thing. Beige doesn't always announce its damage. It does it quietly. It smooths things out, but too far. It makes everything even, but lifeless. And when you're at an age where light matters more than ever, not just in your eyes, but around your whole being, a flat color can feel like a whisper of erasure. Color number 3, pale pastels. Pretty but powerless. Baby pink, sky blue, mint green. On paper, they're sweet, soft, feminine. They feel like springtime in fabric, like a whisper of youth. And maybe once they made you feel fresh, innocent, light. But something's changed. You've changed. And these colors, once your quiet companions, may not be holding you the way they used to. You put on that pale pink blouse. The fabric feels right. The fit is fine. But when you catch your reflection in the mirror, something feels dulled. Like someone dimmed the light behind your eyes. Like the spark that lives in you doesn't make it all the way to the surface. It's not your face, it's not your hair, it's not your age, it's the lack of contrast. Pale pastels, especially the cool-toned ones, have very low saturation. That means they don't bounce much light. They don't offer much depth. When your skin was more golden, your hair darker, and your natural pigment stronger, those pastels had something to play against. They framed your glow. But now, with silver or gray hair softening your contrast, with skin that reflects light differently, with cheekbones that deserve warmth and not coolness, those same pastels begin to fade you out, not because you faded, but because they can't keep up. It's like being photographed through fog. You're still there, completely, but the world sees you as a little blurrier, a little softer than you feel inside. There's nothing wrong with softness, but softness without intention is invisibility. One woman told me, "I wore my favorite mint cardigan to brunch, and I swear I looked like the tablecloth." She wasn't being cruel to herself, just honest. Because when you wear a color that's too close in value to your skin, it doesn't highlight you. It competes quietly and wins. The solution isn't to abandon pastel energy. It's to choose more grounded versions with a little more pigment, a little more story, a little more you. Instead of baby pink, try dusty rose. It still feels soft, but it holds its own. It brings a flush to your face, as if your blood just moved a little closer to the surface. It echoes warmth, not ice. It respects your skin's shift and your hair's shimmer. Instead of sky blue, that airy, barely there blue that looks dreamy on a wedding cake, but not always on a real woman, try cornflower. It's still light, still graceful, but it has enough blue to brighten the whites of your eyes, to bring your gray hair into harmony, not contrast. And instead of mint green, a color that often looks like it belongs in a candy dish or a nursery, go for sage. Sage is the grown-up version of mint, grounded, calm. It whispers steadiness. It tells the truth of your evolution. I remember one woman, Carla, who emailed me after trying on sage for the first time. She had always loved pastels, always clung to them as her safety zone. But she'd grown tired of looking in the mirror and not feeling like the woman she was inside. She said, "I wore sage to my granddaughter's recital, and for the first time in a while, I felt like me again. Not trying, just being." That's the power of pigment, of choosing colors that don't erase you, but reveal you. That don't whisper you used to be vibrant, but instead say, you still are. And let's be clear, these aren't louder colors. They're just clearer, more rooted. Midtones that still feel gentle on the eyes, but refuse to make you invisible. Think of them like soft music with a strong melody. You don't have to raise your voice, but you do get heard. And if you're not sure what your version of pastel should be now, try this. Take your old pastel blouse, baby pink, pale blue, mint, and hold it under your chin in natural light. Then hold up a richer alternative, dusty rose, cornflower, sage. Look at your face, your eyes, your smile. One will make you look like a faded photograph. The other will make you look like a woman who knows exactly where she is in her life. and loves what she sees. This isn't about giving up softness. It's about giving it direction, letting it support your presence, not swallow it. Because you're not a whisper, you're a woman, and your colors should reflect that. Bonus, your at-home color glow test. You don't need to spend hundreds on a personal stylist to know what works for you now. You don't need to follow a color theory chart, get your season professionally done, or feel overwhelmed by endless swatches. You just need a window, a mirror, and a little curiosity. Because the truth is, your body already knows what looks good. You've just been taught to ignore it, to rely on rules and trends, to stick with what used to work, even after your reflection began quietly asking for something else. But your skin has changed, your hair has softened, your presence has shifted, and your color story deserves a new chapter. One that celebrates who you are now, not who you were then. So here's a simple way to reconnect. It's called the window test. It costs nothing. It takes 5 minutes, and it might just change the way you see yourself and your closet. Start with natural light. Stand near a window in the late morning or early afternoon when the sun is bright but not harsh. No lamps, no yellow bulbs, just you and sunlight. Next, find 2 scarves, or blouses, or pillowcases, anything you already own in fabric form. One should be a cool color. Think silver, gray, icy blue, baby pink. The other should be warm, like camel, coral, soft gold, or warm taupe. You don't need the perfect swatch. This isn't science. It's soul work. Now take one fabric, hold it gently under your chin, and look at your face. Don't search for flaws. Don't judge. Just observe. Do your eyes come forward or recede? Does your skin glow or look shadowed? Do the corners of your mouth lift or drop? Now try the second color. Watch again. You're not just looking for prettier, you're looking for alive. Because one of these colors will quietly lift you. Your eyes may sparkle a little more. The shadows under your jaw may soften. Your lips might even look pinker without makeup. And one color might dull you, even if it's nice. And here's the most important part. Don't ask if the color looks good. Ask if you look good in it. There's a difference. We've spent so much of our lives trying to wear the color, to fit in, to follow what's classic or slimming or age appropriate. But now, it's time to let the color wear you, to frame you, to lift you, to reflect who you really are, not hide it. One woman wrote to me after trying this. She said, "I stood in front of the window with a gray scarf and a warm blush shawl. I'd worn the gray for years. It was my comfort zone. But the moment I held up the blush, my eyes lit up. I looked like myself again. I actually teared up. Not because she looked younger, but because she felt seen." That's what this is really about. So take this little test. Trust your reflection. It's not criticizing you. It's guiding you. Let it lead you to colors that support, not drain. That hold you gently, not hide you. And the next time you shop, or even just get dressed, think back to what you saw in the window. Let that glow steer you. Because the right color doesn't just flatter. It reminds you that you are still here, still shining, still allowed to take up space, not as the woman you were, but as the woman you are. And that's enough. That's more than enough. That's beautiful. Let gray be the beginning, not the end. Gray hair isn't the closing chapter in your style story. It's the blank page that finally lets you write the truest version of yourself. It's not the end of color. It's the invitation to start over, gently, with clarity. It's the chance to choose tones that aren't about trends or rules, or how someone else said you should look. It's about choosing color that understands the woman you've become. You didn't just wake up with silver strands. You earned them through years of showing up for others, through laughter and loss, through long nights and quiet mornings, through raising children, building lives, and learning lessons. That silver is the shimmer of strength. But the colors that used to support you? They may not speak the same language anymore. Jet black, once your power color, might now cast too many shadows across your kindness. Beige, once your safety net, might now blur the warmth in your skin. Pastels that used to make you feel light and playful may now make you feel invisible. It's not because you're fading, it's because you've shifted. And so should your colors. This doesn't mean you need to toss everything in your closet. This isn't about starting over. It's about looking again, seeing with new eyes. You can still love your favorite blouse. You can still wear what feels like you. But now you get to ask, does this color honor the woman I am today? Because gray hair isn't a limit, it's a light. And color, the right color, can reflect that light, not fight it. Start small. Swap black for plum. Try sage instead of mint. Layer a soft rose scarf over your usual cream blouse. Stand by the window. Watch what glows. That's the universe saying, yes, that's you now. You don't need color to make you younger. You need color to make you visible again, to yourself. That's what really matters. So, I'll leave you with this. Which of these color shifts surprised you today? Which one felt personal? Which shade are you curious to try next time you get dressed? Not because someone told you to, but because something in you said, this feels like me now. Leave your thoughts in the comments. You might say something another woman needed to hear today. Tap the like button if this video helped you feel even just 1% more seen. And subscribe if you'd like gentle weekly reminders that aging isn't about fading. It's about refining. Because after 60, we don't shrink to fit someone else's style. We expand into our own. And we let color carry us forward, not back. Into softness, into strength, into presence, into truth. Gray is not the end, it's the beginning. And you, just like your colors, are only getting more radiant from here.